Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Bhai, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. How about you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good as well.
You
और
look
क्या चल
really
रहा
fresh today and
है?
sharp, but I am थोड़ा सा ऐसी हूँ. So yeah.
Hello, yeah, I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How is your hair? Is that, I hope it's fine now. No, dropping on your eyes. The hair
What
coming
about?
on your eyes. The hair coming on your
Yeah,
eyes.
it's
The
still
hair
there. It's still
pressure.
there because no, it's still there. It happens all the time. But today I slept on one side, I guess. So they are
Okay.
fixed. They're not coming in front. So good for them.
Right, right.
Uh,
Your hair are
anyway, I
slightly curly, I think, right? They're not straight, or are they pretty straight?
No, no, I do not have curly hair, not at all, and it's
Okay.
really straight, but not very straight. Like just some people have like just aisa karo and the hair are just moving around and all that.
Yes, yes,
Not
yes.
like that, but they are a bit thicker, so they don't move around on their own. So I had a question actually. What's the status of your visit visa process?
A visit.
You didn't mention anything. I'm not sure you are really following up or I'm following up for you. What's going on? I
No,
don't
no,
know.
I am following up certainly. And like I mentioned to you, the only thing I am preparing for is the sufficient amount in my bank account. Alhamdulillah, I am almost there.
Oh,
It
okay.
will be completed soon. Once it is done, like you mentioned, I'll get that letter from my bank manager and I'll immediately apply, inshallah.
Okay, so at least I got an update, so I know what's going
No,
on
no,
now.
yeah, I was just for that. I
Okay,
already mentioned to my brother-in-law, okay, we need to make a visit to Bangalore. So he also said, okay, sure, we'll do that. Uh, Inshallah. Yeah,
perfect, perfect. So
right. और आप सुनो क्या चल रहा?
yeah, nothing much. Everything, routine. And you were mentioning that you had a topic in mind.
Yeah, I we were discussing about these protests and the drawbacks in the, or you can say, education system and everything. So that kind of reminded me of scams because not just here. I think globally that thing is there, and especially in today's day and age with everything becoming digital and AI, they have become so easy and so frequent that it's very difficult to stay safe. Like that is AI cloning of your voice, of your face. So I've heard stories where people they clone your relatives and they call you for and ask you for money. So a lot of things happening. So, what is your take on this? Like, I'm sure you also must have heard. What is your take from Canada side? Like, did you hear about any of this over there, North America?
Absolutely. Yeah, Canada, it's not the Canada of about a decade ago now. Because nearing around 2020 to 2022, 23, there was a lot of temporary residents being invited, like students or work permit holders or stuff, which is a good thing actually for Canada because Canada itself is a aging population. So we need people from outside. But sometimes, if you are just getting people from all walks of life, then what happens and make everything easier, and checks are not happening at all levels. So I think you are inviting those people who are not uh, what do you call uh, oh, I don't want to use the wrong word here, but people who cannot adjust here properly in this atmosphere, in this working
Right.
atmosphere, in this kind of professional atmosphere, right? So obviously, everywhere there are good apples and bad apples. So that's what happens, and I guess that was the time. And many native Canadians, they have this complaint that out of a lot of out of uh, the entire number of people who have come in, I think due to the 10-20% who are the bad apples, everybody who are the immigrants, they get their names, they get a bad name for themselves, right?
Right, right.
Because of a few people. So And it has become, as you mentioned about scams, it alhamdulillah, I have been away from these, and hopefully I can be away from and I don't get stuck in any of this.
Inshallah.
But I have heard a lot, that these things are happening, which you wouldn't see a decade earlier.
Mm.
They were there, but not in such numbers, which are there right now. So you have to be very careful here. You have to take a lot of steps that and be as you mentioned, it is very easy to get scammed online, right?
Yes.
Even if you are in person, if you are very careful and stuff, you have to be using your details carefully and not sharing it with any other person. These are
Yes.
normal things which have to be done in India as well. But somehow, people who are not aware of such things, fall in traps. It could
Yes.
be anyone, unknowingly, as you mentioned, people in India. I saw some reels that they are cloning the voice of relatives and
Mm.
calling due to emergency and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, Whenever I saw that, I told my parents as well, "कि भाई, when you're
Yes.
staying
Yes.
outside, God forbid somebody calls with my voice,
Yeah.
something, God forbid something has happened, I need immediate. So, parents, they will get emotional and they will be, worried. So they'll be like, okay,
Absolutely.
immediately. So I was like, you have to have some kind of a password or anything like that. What's
True.
the
True.
issue? And uh, so we have a secret password.
That's great.
So
No. No.
I
Definitely.
think it is the requirement of the times. We need to have such things.
Yes.
So, and if you are able to tell that, then you transfer. That's what you know. It is something. It is not something to be feeling bad about. It is to just safeguard your own, personal, financial, and delicate information, right?
True. True.
So it
Definitely.
is something which is required. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I would like to hear about your experiences which you have gone through.
So one thing is there, obviously I'm sure when you were and when you even now when you come to India, यहाँ पर scam calls बहुत ज़्यादा आते हैं. And a good thing is that initially we required Truecaller to identify scam callers, but I think it was about 2 years ago where Airtel have themselves put up this feature where such calls, like your SIM has that thing, it itself identifies callers and it automatically blocks or it warns you. So
Right.
every single day there is a red call coming to on my phone, and it may not be. One other thing is that ठीक है, I understand there are a lot of these things, and Truecaller, Airtel have taken these steps. But initially, even Amazon delivery phones calls were considered reg calls. But now they are
Right.
again slowly changing it. Even now, like call from a Just Dial will still be a red call, which is okay. It's a advertisement kind of a call. So I think this kind of a filtration process. Obviously, there are so many numbers, so many categories. They are doing it step by step, but red calls, the red screen calls I get every single day, and a lot of them, and random times, mostly in morning times, but it happens. And also one more thing that happens, which is fine, donation calls also काफी ज़्यादा आते हैं. और वो इतना इमोशनली बात करते कराते हुए आई अंडरस्टैंड, लेकिन वो कॉल्स को भी आइडेंटिफाई करना इज डिफिकल्ट. इन द बिगिनिंग आई अ कपल ऑफ इयर्स अगो इतने ज़्यादा कॉल्स आना शुरू हो गए थे कि आई स्टार्टेड इग्नोरिंग ऑल अननोन नंबर्स. So regardless, I was like,
Right.
ठीक है, if there is someone known, like some knowing person is calling you, if you don't pick up, he may call it once or twice again. Or if you
Right.
I've installed Truecaller, I've taken the premium membership of it for a year. So that is good because every number is being identified. I'm getting the name, so I can now, okay, fine. If I have the name, if I know someone, okay, fine. This is the person. Karke. So that is something, it's good. Truecaller, I understand उसमें बहुत सारे negatives भी है, like people say your data and all. But what I did, I took it on my company name, company number. So I was like, company number is fine anyhow, it is public. So, just in case anything is known also, it's not an issue. So
Right.
that is very, call scams, SMS scams, or SMS though I think it's less, but call scams are more. So we need to be careful about that, and that's what I what I don't pick up any unknown numbers, and I have Truecaller, so I'll identify. Okay, fine, this is someone I know, so that's great. And
Right.
delivery numbers nowadays, it is coming Blue Dart or Amazon, so that's good. So then you don't have to, because vast important calls भी कभी-कभी miss हो जाते because of this. But now they are
And
slowly.
it's yeah, you're right about that. So actually, I just wanted to add, you were
Yeah.
mentioning about, scam calls coming a lot in India. इधर भी कोई कम नहीं है, you get a lot of like every day you get about 3 to 4 calls. But the thing is, here we have it identifies it. You'll see likely spam. Even if
Right.
you don't have Truecaller, it will be coming on the top like likely scam. So, but the other thing about that is, even if I get a call from an unknown number, as you rightly mentioned, I also don't pick up the call because I know if it is anybody important, they have my WhatsApp, they have, any other ways of contacting me. So they'll, if they really need to get in touch, they will get in touch. Uh, but the other aspect, one more thing which is added here is the voicemail. So
Mhm.
we have the facility of voicemails. Here, everybody leaves voicemails, right? If a person isn't picking up the call, the voicemail is there. Like even official calls, office, or any calls from appointments or anything, they leave you a voicemail about what they are calling and stuff like that. So it gives you a context as well before you, respond back, that how you need to respond and why this person was calling you. And apart from that, it helps to get at least know that if it was a scam or not. Because if it was an automated call, even then, if you don't pick it up, it goes directly to voicemail, and then the automated recording happens on the voicemail as well.
Right.
And when you check your voicemail, you'll listen to the automated recording. And usually, what I have seen here is all Chinese calls coming in. Yeah, Chinese robot calls, and you immediately delete those voice recordings. That's it. So that is one thing that I feel is very helpful here. That using voicemails, it just it gives you to separate from the genuine calls and the scam calls.
Absolutely, it's a great feature. I think यहाँ पर it's not there. iPhone में तो है वो, but it's not there in the SIM. I think it's not there as a SIM service. Or even if it is there, maybe you need to get a special package for it. But that's actually good.
And people don't know about it. I guess in India,
Yeah, that's
but
also one thing.
I mean, people might, people might know, but the local people, shop
Mhm.
owners or
Right.
uh, at the lower level, people don't know about voicemails. It has to be,
Yes.
people have to be made aware about that, that, even if a person doesn't take a call, there is an option that you need to activate
Right.
how you can, leave a voicemail. So, उसकी अभी awareness ही नहीं बढ़ा है.
Say it, true. Um, Speaking of deleting things, I just asking a fun fact. Do you delete your messages or do you have like piled up SMS?
Text messages, I rarely use text messages. I'm not sure you use text messages, because WhatsApp is there and you have your entire, history, which is stored in the cloud.
Yeah.
So I don't use text messages much, but I don't clear them as well. It's just lying there for years and years. But yeah, sometimes it's helpful as well. You need to get information about your, um, uh, electric bills or your credit card bills. Text messages gives you reminders. But I rarely receive text messages from known people. They always, if they have to get in touch, they'll get in touch through a WhatsApp or give a direct call.
Yeah, even credit card bills, electricity bills, also these days, once you attach them, you get an update on WhatsApp itself. But I asked
Right.
because I have that tendency, I cannot see that figure on SMS. Every single day or every other day, I keep deleting. I keep only the important stuff. I have very few. I remember, I'm not sure. I don't remember about seeing your phone, but I checked one of my cousin's phone. He had like thousands of SMS. I'm like, how can you stay like this? How can you see that figure and nothing happens to you? I can't, and not SMS, even emails, even if they are promotional emails, I will, select all, I'll delete them. I like to keep clearing these things up. I have that tendency.
Yeah,
I
my
can
my
send.
my father does that.
Uh-huh.
He likes to delete. He doesn't like to delete actually, क्योंकि he hasn't taken the extended storage. So he
Uh-huh.
wants to keep that level. Whenever he sees that red line, कि भाई, it is the memory is 80% or 70%. Now that is, it is in his mind and he'll start deleting now everything. I told that कि भाई, it's not important if you delete, if there is nothing in the email, like for example, if there is an attachment, a huge attachment, then that email or that attachment, if you delete, that's enough. You don't have to delete
Yes.
the email itself because I don't think a written data email doesn't take much of your space, right? It
Yeah,
takes
just
a few
hardly some.
KBs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even MBs or anything. It's only those attachments which come with the emails that are taking the major space.
Yes.
And as you rightly mentioned, some people are there, and you are one of them. I didn't know that. So,
No,
the,
actually, it's, matlab, it helps in some kind of eco-friendly something. I don't know, carbon emission related. It's very small thing. I don't do it
लैपटॉप
for
में से कौन सा emission आ रहा?
not laptop. Your cloud storage, na cloud storage, but you have those emails and
अच्छा अच्छा
everything.
अच्छा.
It's
So
it's not the real.
you are a minute part of it,
I
but you
did
are
not
doing
know
your
about
bit, I
it.
guess.
No, no, I did not know about it. I have this tendency from the very beginning. But one of my colleagues, college friends, he once shared a message in our college group. Ke, keep deleting your emails. It helps contribute in this carbon emission kind of some kind of a thing. So I said, I don't do it for that reason. I knew it. I mean, I got to know it because of you. Thank you for that. But I have that tendency every now and then, regardless of all of my emails, I just go through them, I delete them, and when I have some time, there are ways to block. No, or basically, you can unsubscribe.
Right,
When I get the time, I also do that. चलो भाई कल, so that those emails don't keep returning. There's a lot of promotional emails coming,
right.
right? So a good thing is Google has
Absolutely.
separated those tabs, updates and everything. So you can delete promotions readily. Updates and your main email is something you need to once go through because they might have some important data. So yeah, I just wanted
I
to
think
ask
we
a
need to
fun.
create I I think we need to create some kind of a true caller for emails as well, so that we don't get spam emails. And we
I
can
think
think about that.
sure. No, I think they already have the spam and junk folders. So Google and all the email already pushes those emails there. But sometimes even the good emails, genuine emails also get.
They go into that as well.
Yeah, that's
Right,
why when
exactly.
you subscribe to something, it will give you a warning. If you don't get it in your main folder, you might get it in spam. Karke.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
So
so that was pretty new to me, understanding what it is kind of a you call it something, OCD or something, the people who want to clean up everything. So you want to clean up your email as well. So I guess
a
that is
very
a
small
digital
level.
OCD or something.
A very small level, yeah, yeah. I know I can't stand that. Whenever I used to see my cousin's phone, especially 1100, 14, I'm like, how can you keep this? How can you stand this? I can't stand it. I want it to be as minimum as possible. And even, one thing, a lot of phones have that thing you can select all karke. But OnePlus, mein, there is
Right.
not, that feature is not there. So if there are a number of SMS, you need to select them one by one. So
Ah.
I think, yeah, but I have that thing कि अगर वैसा भी रहा तो I will select and I'll delete. But I try to do it every day or every other day. But अगर कभी late हो गया तो वो 100 में चल जाता. But still, I'll spend some time. I will
I think
select.
that's a good thing. Saaf safai is there is no other thing that I can tell. It's a good habit, I would say, keeping things clean.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
let's catch up tomorrow then,
Yes, we'll do
and
that.
take care.
Right. Okay, you too. Allah Hafiz.
Yeah, love this. Enjoyed this, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram as well. Drop a comment with the topics you'd like us to discuss in the future, and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.